Sul, vi now Fredershay Basim. So when last we left off, Dave and Yvette welcomed a new person into their household, their son Jim. Jim is currently a baby right now and will be a baby for quite a few days, but once Jim becomes a child, he'll join the family lineup right here, and then he'll immediately start going to school. For children, just like adults, every day is a weekday, which means every day they go to school to try and improve their grades. At least if you have high grades consistently, you may actually bring home a monetary reward for having those high grades. It's nothing like actually going to work, but it's better than nothing. Meanwhile, on the other side of the road, Samuel's just finished having a day getting to know Yvette better. We're going to have to work on that, however, as we didn't do too well in that effort. As you can see here, we've managed to get the relationship with Dave back up to 82. However, with Yvette, it is only at 61. Long term with Dave is 47, and long term with Yvette is only 20. We're going to need to work on that. We're also going to need to make sure we go to work today, because we didn't go to work yesterday. And if we don't go to work, we'll lose the job that we have. It's time to go and have breakfast and then use the toilet and have a shower, and I think we'll need to go and play the piano. And this time, yep, both of those bowls are full. We need to make sure that they're full. It's time for you to get up, Samuel. And since you're not going to get up automatically, we're just going to cancel this action and have you get up. No more resting for you, good sir. You have a long day ahead of you. A long day full of getting ready for work and then work. It's actually mostly going to be full of work. Also, that food has gone a little bit bad. Unfortunately, I didn't get rid of that, so that's going to have to be taken care of later by the maid. I know, it's 4:30 in the morning. You didn't want to get up just yet, but you really need to get up. I mean, you're probably going to get everything that you need to get done quite quickly, but still, always a good idea for you to get up sooner rather than later. Down the stairs you go! Maybe at some point I'll get rid of those and have a teleporter instead, but the teleporters cost a lot of money. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over here, just for a little bit of time efficiency, so that you put your food, actually, that was completely pointless, because he's not making multiple meals, he's just going to immediately take it over there. Silly me, and here was me presuming you were making a meal for two. Or, as the case may be when you actually prepare multiple meals, a meal for 6. Time for you to prepare that, and then chow down most heartily. Is it going to be scrumptious? It's always scrumptious when you're making it. We have quite a few hours before you go to work, but that is less time than you think. Considering the fact that he's going to take a while eating that, and then he's going to do that, and then this. It's still going to be an impressive amount of time, though. I think I have got him up quite a bit earlier than he should have. You get rid of that. Actually, you're going to get rid of that as well. That is efficiency. I really should have kept it there now that I think about it. Then he wouldn't have had to walk all the way over there. If you think about the fact that walking from there to there took about 3 or 4 minutes in-game, it really puts into perspective how time inefficient you are in the first Sims. So we're going to have him deal with this and then that, and then he's going to have some fun. Fun is most certainly needed. We're going to fast forward time. We have plenty of time to do what we need to do. And I think Melisande is up. Yes, indeed, Melisande is up and awake. Maybe we'll have some time to interact with Melisande. We'll just get fun up to near maximum here. Fun is nearly at maximum. It is pretty much at maximum. We're going to cancel that action there, and then we're going to go to work. Time for another day of satisfying work, Samuel. Get ready! Work begins. And unfortunately, Nancy is in the way. We're going to have to wait for Nancy to move. There we go. Thank you very much. I really should move some of these papers around. But don't worry, I think the maid is going to take care of all of that. She won't be around that long. How are their socials doing? That is kind of low, and that is pretty high. Not bad. And the food, that is empty, and that still has quite a lot in it. And now Samuel is home. Time to cancel this action here, and go and pay the bills, because they most certainly need paying. Is it going to be a lot, though? I'm a little concerned that it's going to be a lot of money. It is 915. which is fine. We're going to have some interactions here. I think a pet there, another pet there, and then a hug. And hopefully they won't be performed in the middle of the road. They're going to be, yep, the middle of the road is where they're going to happen. It's a good thing cars don't drive by. I think these will deal with your social. They won't be able to deal with your fun, though. You're going to have to deal with that yourself. And has that gone up? The answer is it's gone up a little. We may need to have a few more interactions here. We'll, let's see. We're just going to wait here. There we go. That is one more interaction. And that has raised it quite a bit, but I think we need to have a few more interactions. One there, and then maybe one more. Will one more be sufficient? Actually, I think that'll probably be enough. What we want to have happen now is actually to ring Yvette and see if she'll come round so that we can have a little bit of a conversation with her. We don't need to talk for very long, just long enough to improve the relationship from 60 to roughly about 80. We'll call and invite over. I'm pretty sure she'll say yes, and hopefully we'll get this done before... Let's see, will she come over immediately or will she come over at 10 o'clock? Unfortunately, we cut that a little bit too close to 9. She's actually going to be around at 10, which is unfortunate. What could we do in the meantime? We could play the piano. That's actually not a bad idea, Samuel. Not a bad idea at all. You're very close to getting another level of creativity, which is brilliant. Then you will only need one more to get to maximum. You know, you could always just pack in being a software CEO and become an artist, Samuel. No? You don't feel like doing that? Ah, well, I did suggest the option to you. We're going to work on this a little bit more. And I think, yep, there she is, at 10 o'clock on the dot. And you're not going to gain that level of creativity while she's walking over to the front door. But you might. No, you didn't. Never mind, eh? Time to say hello. Just shaking hands here is fine. You're going to come in and then we're just going to talk to you for a little bit and then Samuel is going to go to bed. Because he's very tired. You're nowhere near as tired as he is. Trust me on that one. Here we go! And hopefully Yvette will follow. Usually they'll follow because they want to do a social interaction. And be teased might actually not be a bad one, considering the fact that his mood is fantastic and hers is probably not too bad. That's quite a good one. Alright, we'll let this interaction happen and hopefully it will work. The answer is, it works. Marvellous. We'll just have a conversation here, and another conversation, and hopefully that will be sufficient. Already it's at 64, which isn't terrible. It's now at 70, and soon it's going to be at 80. And then we'll just say goodbye, and then we'll have you go to bed, Samuel. And they're clipping through the wall. Why are you clipping through the wall? You really shouldn't be clipping through the wall. And then the cat stopped clipping through the wall. Excellent. Okay, we'll just let a little bit more time pass. Also, that relationship is really good now. It's going to be about 90. There we are. And it is at 91. That's brilliant, but unfortunately, it is now nearly 1 in the morning. You need to go to bed. Actually, you needed to go to bed about an hour and a half ago. Hopefully, we'll be able to... Oh, wow, that is no energy at all. It's like, yep, I'm literally about to collapse right now. Imagine if you'd have got out of bed to then collapse on the floor. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. And I think... Uh-oh, the phone is going. You're going to have to answer that, I'm afraid. Actually, we might as well just have you get up. It is about the time that you need to get up, even though your energy is dreadful. Alright, you'll have breakfast, you'll then use this, you'll then use that, and then maybe you could go back to sleep. That might not be a bad idea. I think you're not going to answer that in time. But you could try. Will we? Nope, we won't get to answer that. You will make the bed, however. Will it still try the command? No, it will not, because it has, the time has passed. Sometimes you can have things like that happen where you'll be just about to do a command and then the phone will stop ringing, but you'll still answer it anyway and manage to get to the phone call. But this time, Samuel wasn't so fortunate. We could also have him ring Dave and have him ring Yvette, just in the afternoon so that we can keep that relationship as strong as possible. We really need to interact with Danielle a little bit more. That is a really terrible relationship. But then again, it hasn't seemed to be working recently when I've been trying. Breakfast will be had, food will be eaten, and then money will be earned, because we need that money. Okay, we don't really need that money, but we would like that money. We want to save up for a few things. That is breakfast, and then we'll have you take care of that plate. You're probably not going to have much time beyond that shower. You may not even have time for the shower. No, I think you'll have time for that shower. You're going to work immediately, though, which isn't great. And will you block the way? You won't block the way this time, which is good, because we really didn't have time for you to block the way. And here comes the maid and the gardener. You can actually get rid of both of them if you get Meat Servo. Meat Servo is a massive money investment, though, 15,000 simoleons. And Hector Townie is no longer a family friend. This doesn't surprise me, and we're not really worried about it. And it is now 7 o'clock, you have brought home loads of money, and we're going to wait for Melisande to appear. Melisande, are you coming to say hello? We're going to say hello to you instead. We're just going to interact here. We'll play with and then pet. Your energy is really low. It's actually not much lower than it was yesterday, though. And Melisande is going, but where is Samuel? And Samuel was like, surprise, I'm actually here. And Melisande was not surprised. What do we want to do with the remaining time in the day? We could actually have a few phone calls. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Just one for Dave and one for Yvette. There isn't yet Jim as an option because Jim is still a baby. Alright, we'll call here and just have a conversation. Hopefully it won't be too late and we haven't interrupted Yeti Man. I think they can have a full conversation without any negatives. I think they can manage. Oh, no, wait. They can't entirely manage it, though. Still, it's not bad. And we'll just ring Yvette here and have a conversation there. And you interrupted my TV show. Call back in a few hours. Well, that didn't work. You can't have Jim as an option yet because Jim is still a baby. And as we all know, babies can't answer telephones. Well, they can't answer them and have intelligible conversations anyway. Sit down at that piano. You're going to be playing it for a little while, at least until your fun is maxed out. Maybe you'll even get that point of creativity. It's even higher than your logic creativity. Who would have thought that you had a creative bone in your body, Samuel? That left brain has been working hard. Samuel received 1 creativity skill point. Now he has 9 creativity out of 10. The final point is going to take a long time. The longest time out of any of the skill points that he's gained. And we'll stop this interaction now. It is very late. We might as well have him go to bed in a short while. I think now is a good idea. We're just saving up money at the moment. I don't think I'm going to have him have a garden, which he'll be tending with things that he's grown, like fruits and vegetables, because really, Samuel isn't that kind of person. After all, he could just buy the fruits and vegetables. Why would he grow them? He doesn't even tend to his garden. He barely even uses the garden. Actually, let's just use remember here, because I don't know what that interaction does. Is it a good one? Does it provide fun or something? I remember digging this out of the ground. I do. And he is happy about that. He's like, yes, I remember taking these priceless treasures from where I was on holiday. And then he goes to sleep. How is the food situation? The food situation isn't great. You need to get back up. You need to get back up and deal with that. Remember when I said that I was going to keep my eye on them? Clearly, I didn't keep my eye on them enough. You need to get back up, which is fine because you have enough energy to go downstairs and do this and then go back upstairs. I could do things like move the bowls upstairs and then fill them and then move them back downstairs, but that would be very sneaky. And Samuel will go down and do things the legitimate way, rather than having the boundaries of space-time warped to his whim. He may have lots of money, but he can't make that happen. Unfortunately, he did make it to his bed. It is a little bit earlier than last time. Not by very much, though. Alright, you're going to sleep. Uh-oh, that's the phone again. Who keeps ringing at 3 and 4 in the morning? We may never know if we don't actually get to answer this in time. And once again, you were unable to answer that in time. And you make the bed. There's really no point in you making the bed because you're going to be going back to sleep. Until about, let's see, about then. You really need to get back up. We have been pushing the boundaries of your sleep for quite a bit now, because that isn't a lot of energy to wake up with. We'll just have you do this, that, and you don't actually need to go and have any fun, because your fun stat is really high. And the cats are up bright and early, just like he is. Time for more breakfast, I think. Time for more showers, time for more uses of the toilet, and then time for you to go to work. The routine continues as normal. And the carpool is going to arrive in about an hour. He has even less time to have a shower than last time. Fortunately, that is still plenty of time, as the shower doesn't take that long, at least compared to the other shower that he used to have. Alright, you'll now go to work, and even more fun awaits you at work, Samuel. We don't actually know if he has fun at work. Is the phone going to go? We may never know. They still keep using that even though it's really frayed. I don't know if it can get to a state where it can't be used, and there was the phone. We'll never know who was ringing there. Okay, you're back home, which is fine. And I think we'll cancel this action, have you go inside, and then we'll interact with Melisande ourselves. Okay, you just want to go in here. For some reason, it's not letting you go inside. That is curious. We'll try that again. There we go. Much better. For some reason, it wasn't letting that interaction happen. I think Melisande, went outside looking for you. We'll call Melisande over, and then have a few interactions. And then who knows what we might do. We might actually spend some of this money. Or maybe we won't. I think we'll have that interaction there. You are really tired. But you could play the piano a tiny bit here. We might as well work on that final point of creativity after all. Okay. How far do you get? The music, by the way, is really good at 9 points of creativity. And all that work that we did has only increased creativity by that much. Still, that is progress. And I think, no more fun can be gained. It is time for you to stop. And by the way, we are at 5 points of mood in the positive, even with our energy that low. That just goes to show how little energy does impact on your mood. If everything else is really high, you can have a really good mood even if you are literally about to fall asleep on the floor. Time for you to rest, Samuel, for tomorrow is a new day. And that new day will bring... what will it bring? I mean, you two could talk to each other. That is Dave and Samuel. I don't think Yvette and Samuel need to talk for a little while. Maybe the phone will go again. And maybe this time we'll be awake to answer it. I highly doubt that, but we can certainly try. And hope. Okay. It is nearly 3, 4... Yep, it is time for you to get up right now. This is much earlier. And Melisande is awake and Danielle won't be for very much longer. And you got up really quickly this time. Always good. You're going to have breakfast, you're going to do this and that, and you could even do this for a tiny bit, but you're not going to be doing that for very long. And we'll need to fill this bowl up. I think we'll do that now, and then that. Much better. The ordering is very important. We do have quite a bit of time to get everything that we need to get done. The phone is going. Do we have time to answer it this time? I hope that we do, because we have somebody that's been trying to ring quite a bit. And are you going to be washing your hands for so long that you miss the phone? Yes, indeed. You were washing your hands for way too long, therefore you missed the phone. Again, that is an action that takes way too long considering how much energy you lose in the day. That interaction can take nearly 10 minutes. That is a colossal amount of time. So long that the phone rang. Admittedly, the phone rang for about 20-30 minutes. Who would stay on the line to ring Samuel for 30 minutes? Jellybean? I know it's you now trying to ring us, trying to wrangle out our corporate secrets. You won't manage to do it. I'll make sure of it. You will fail. Alright, we'll get fun all the way up to maximum, and then we'll do what we should do, which is fill these up. We're not going to forget this time. Hunger hasn't got too low, we're not going to let it get that low. You're just going to fill these up, and then you're going to go to work. And when we come back, folks, we're going to be spending some of the money that we've been saving up. We're going to be getting even more nice things for Samuel. And then, I don't know, maybe he'll go downtown. Maybe he'll go and visit Studio Town. Even though he's got nothing he can really do there, maybe he'll go and interact with various things that are over there. Also, you're running to get to the front of the house. You really didn't need to. You had all the time in the world to get here. So I'll catch you next time, folks. When we come back, Samuel will return from work, and then the fun will begin. Or is it that the fun will end because he loves going to work? Who knows, eh? Who knows? Dag dag.